AG Labs, my name is Ben. Hello, welcome, good morning to the micro soldering show. And today in the morning I just want to do a video with you for this iPhone X, which was mailed in by a customer because after a drop it just didn't recognize the SIM, and so he set the phone back to the factory resets, and after that he can't activate the phone anymore at all, and we should have a look what's the problem with that phone. So I try to boot up the phone. Here, it boots up. Let's see. And we don't see an EMI number here. You see that? No EMI. So we can't activate the phone. Just have to get some things on Instagram. Okay, so now let's see if we can help the customer. See Andy next beside to me, he's just cleaning his complete workspace. But it's time to do that because it really looked bad at his side. And we open up this iPhone X to see what up with that. So hopefully we only have some cracked boards between the board halves. That would be the best option, because we only have to re-ball the bottom board, or re-ball the board and just getting it back together. But could be some other issues, but normally if it worked before and the phone dropped, and after the drop the problem came, then I think it's just only the board reball. So what about, oh no, that's okay. I just want to have a look for bend, but I think there is no bend. But perhaps because of the drop the board is bent. We will see. Let's get out this board out of that housing, and we have to take out the SIM tray for doing that, otherwise it won't work. Okay, so now we go straight under the microscope. Just having a look what we see there. Do we see any bend? No, we don't see. Andi, hast du meine iPhone X Plattform wieder mitgenommen von drüben? Die kleine. Nee, das ist zum Preheater.
Nee, soll ich die gerade holen?
Das wäre cool, dann muss ich nicht aus dem Video raushüpfen. Er hat vorne beim Alex am Platz gestanden. Okay, I just get out the clue. And after that we have to separate the board because otherwise we can't see anything on that sandwich board. And he's just taking my preheater for the iPhone X. It's raining out there, or? Ja. So we put the preheater to 185 degrees, plugging the board onto the preheater, and we do a little cut here, and now we just separate the board by using the hot air. Waiting until the preheater has reached the right temperature. Just take some time. I just help with a small amount of hot air to get it out, and then we are done. Okay, let's see if we can see something with our eyes. That's always the first I start. Geht nicht mehr.
Ist einfach laden.
Mhm. Bringt nichts.
Hat er schon lang.
Na, schau es dir an.
Warten lassen.
Ja. So, sorry. We just go further here. Let's having a look if we see some cracked chips or things like that. So, we control the PMU, no crack. We see the baseband CPU, looks pretty okay, but it's only a visible control, okay? So, because it's after a drop, normally it only can be related to a cold solder between the board halves or for the baseband CPU itself. If the baseband PMU would be the problem, er hat alles schon probiert, ne? Geht nicht. Just have to renew flux in my syringe. Now we get in some flux. So we take off the solder. Here we got a spacer, take it away. Another spacer, take it away. Oh, you didn't see anything, that's great. So, but now I can see, so not a problem at all. Just use the wipe. Brush it only took off the solder, so not a problem. That's pretty okay. Just some more solder here. And done. Cleaning the top layer. And we just want to test that. All I have next beside the board level repair spool. So I just reball the board now and test it because the socket is next beside to the board level repair spool. So we just take off the solder. First we need to get on some flux. Here we have a spacer. We take it out with the wick. So the board is reballed fast. So what I want to do first is just reball the board one time. And let's see if the problem is only related to this connection between the board halves. Well, let me do that in another way. I just take the socket from next beside. 1 second.
Ja, natürlich. Das ist kein Problem. Ja, nee, können Sie, die Platine reicht.
Aber nicht in die
Mehr brauchen wir da nicht. Ganz genau. Richtig. Alles klar, wenn Sie Fragen haben, können Sie natürlich gerne mal anrufen oder eine Mail schreiben. Aber es ist eigentlich alles selbsterklärend. Alles klar, bedanke ich mich. Tschüss. Ciao. Ja.
So before reboarding the board, we just do it by using the socket. Andy, can you give me a... oh no, I got a screen here. I got a working screen here. It's okay. So, we just get that together. We just need test battery. Here we are. Okay, we can go on hands now. On hands. Okay. So. So, and we need to get original dog flags. And now we just need to go to the DFU mode and restore the device. Let's see if this works. Okay, here we are by using the Kianli ID of Hugo and getting in the cable, taking a MacBook, and do an update or restores. Doesn't make any difference because there are no data on the phone. So now we just, do you see anything here? I hope. So we just wait until this thing has been finished, and after that we know if the problem is related to the board halves or if the problem is related to cold solder under the baseband CPU or broken baseband PMU, but I don't think so. Problem is, for doing measurements in voltage mode on a sandwich board, it's just not possible because you can't you could jumper all the pads from board half to board half and then doing the measurements between the board halves, but it doesn't make any sense. So what about that now? So we wait and we wait until the update has been finished, and after that we will see if we got an EMI again or not. If we have an EMI, we just rebuild the board, get it back together and the customer's happy. If not, we have to take out the baseband CPU and rebuild it. Why? Because the phone has dropped hard on the bottom, and after that we got no SIM recognition anymore and we got no signals. So in this case, we think about disconnected balls on the chips. So, proof of the updated software. In this video you could sleep because it's no action until now. We just have to see and take a look where the problem is. Was? Zieht. Proving of the software. These updates take so much time always. Gut, dann fange ich mal damit an. Leitet ihr was weiter, Andi? Was ich jetzt normal mit Standard beantwortet hätte. Update of the firmware. Guck mal, oben im Drucker muss noch ein Auftrag liegen, der wurde nachgesendet. Gut, das muss eingebucht sein hier irgendwo. Da hat ein Auftrag gefehlt, das müsste man dann... Für? Oder S6 war das doch, oder? Mach ich gerade. Okay, software has been updated successfully, and now we wait until the device boots. "31 minutes and only about 5 minutes of soldering, and the rest just waiting, and shit." So just skip until minute 30. Perhaps now something will happen. So let's see. Oh, we don't have touch. 1 second. But we should have touch. So I have to reconnect the cables. I have to reconnect the cables. And just using power supply. Okay. And again, boot. Still no touch. Okay. That's not related to the board, I think. Perhaps we got a bad connection on some points here. That looks good. Andy, do you have another screen for me, iPhone X, for test? Great, thanks. Okay, so. But I think we have to reball the baseband CPU. We don't have touch. We don't have touch, and I don't want. What the fuck? Okay. Let me control with my eyes. Is there some dirt at a point or not? Here, some dirt, okay. And, okay, the flex cable. The flex cable here got a crack for touch. Okay, easy. Do you see that here? I think here should be the problem. Okay? I think that's the problem for no touch. But because I saw on iTunes, as I had a look a minute before, that there was a written error -50, and -50 is can't activate. It could be because I just plugged out the phone, but could be because we have an issue with the baseband CPU. So I want to try it one more time again. Problem is that I only have this one extension cable for the touch, and for me it looks like it's fucked up. But one more time, otherwise I just want to reball the baseband CPU, reball the board and get it back together, so I don't reball the board, solder it back together, and after that we still got no signal, and then I have to reball the baseband CPU. And I don't like to do things more than one time. So let's try one more time for touch. You see, we don't have touch, and I don't want to waste time now and to repair some flex cables here. That's not my world. So I just want to reball the baseband CPU because the phone got the problem after it fell down and dropped hard onto the bottom. So here all looks okay. Okay. Take out baseband CPU. Okay, done. Cleaning the board. Okay, taking a brush and cleaning the board. Some hot air. And the cleaning too. And done. Looks very clean, I think. Here we got 1 and C. Here it can go away. And we just do the reball of the baseband CPU, solder it back, reball the board, getting the board back together, boom, back to life again, I hope. That's just testing if things work, but what should we do here? We just can use our head. Okay, we got a hard drop. After the hard drop we got no signal. So we have a baseband CPU, it's a big chip, we got a sandwich board, so we have to reball the board, and we have to reball the biggest chip, because the phone has been dropped. So, okay. Clean the chip. Done. So we should have started this video on minute 30, because since then some work has been done. But before it was just like sleeping. Okay, here we are. So we need to take 183 paste. Getting the paste into the stencil. Taking your tweezers, getting the hot air. Fast, 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 circling. Heating up the stencil. And reballing that baseband CPU. Done. Taking a wipe, a little bit of contact cleaner. Going over it, lifting up the stencil, seeing that all is fine. Taking some more flux. Get some hot air on it. Reset them bolts. Done. Soldering back to the board. Just a picture. And getting this chip back to the board. And okay, has been done. Chip has been fixed. Okay, and we just reball the board. Heatsink into the board. Stencil. Paste. So we have to get the solder down to the board. Was für ein Gerät? Hm? Ja. Okay, just get the rest out of the board by just cleaning. And reballing. waiting until the balls begin to run. It's 183, so it just takes some time. Ball here, just a little bit of flux. I want to see it on the right point. Okay. Okay, waiting a short time for cooling down, getting up the stancer, taking a wipe, open the stancer. Let's see this one point of dirt which I saw through the stancer. You see that here? Okay, and no problem at all, just get in some flux. So now we are almost done because we only have to reflow the middle frame, and then we can just set the board back together, and then we have to do another restore, but I don't know if I do the restore within this video or after, because we have already 1 hour video time and I have to do a lot of other things here. So the restore will take about 20 minutes again, I think, or 15 minutes. So I will only get this video up if all worked, as always. Done. Waiting a short time for cooling down. Checking out this beautiful heatsink. Taking the brush and clean the board. Okay, done. So now we just get on the top layer board to the bottom layer board. Just one more picture for doing that. And now we get on the bottom layer to the preheater. Wait a short time until it takes some heat. Here we are. Getting in some flux. A weekend full of iPhone X, and today, now again iPhone X. Last days I did a lot of X's every day. Minimum one. Okay. Now we can just solder down the top layer board to the bottom layer board. Just get up the preheater to 185 degrees. Waiting until the preheater has reached the right heat. So, reached the right temperature, and now I just solder these board halves back together. Getting the board down. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Waiting a short time for cooling down. And after that we just see if it boots. If it boots, it's okay. And then I have to do a restore of the device. I'm pretty sure it will work. But I will end up the video at this point because it's already 1 hour and I have to do a lot of other shit today here. And I will give you some information about the repair on Instagram, and the video will only come up if all worked fine. Okay? So you see, the board has been connected. Perfect. Take a wipe so you can see it better. Here. Well connected at all the areas. Okay, see? It's well connected in all the areas. I just want to see for a boot on the power supply. So that for me looks like a boot. Booting the device. Waiting for the Apple. Boom, back to life again. iPhone X. After reball of the baseband CPU and reball of the board halves because of a hard drop. And you see the touch is working again too. I just wanted to see if we got an EMI. So, but after normally we need to do a restore on update for seeing an EMI. I just want to see, but no, I can't connect it to Wi-Fi because it's not at the housing. So we wait a short time until the device calms down the screen and get it off, so I can hit again and then I can press on the info button. But normally we have to do an update or a restore now, and after that we can activate the phone again and it will work in a fully way again. We will have signal again, we will have SIM recognition, but I don't want to wait and to waste time, because now the restore will take about 15 minutes again. So here you see we only have the serial, but for getting the EMI back we just have to do the restore of the device. Okay, I hope you liked the video anyway. If you want to learn things like that easily, you can do that at a Border Level Repair School Germany. And if you are working at the repair industry for smartphones and tablets, you can just easily join our Facebook group, Smartphone Repair Group Germany, but please answer the questions, otherwise we can't accept you. I'm out for now. We see us with the next one, and by the way, just buy the amazing ICC Pro. It's a tool which every technician in the world should have. I'm out, goodbye, peace, back to life again, boom, you're Span.